So, the big question is, how is Anakin back? Why is he in the world between worlds? How did Ahsoka get here? And is this truly Anakin that we are seeing? Well, I think you might have an idea. What if Anakin Skywalker in the world between worlds is actually the son of Mortis? What is going on, everyone? And welcome back to Cantina Talk. So, a lot of people have had numerous amounts of questions about Anakin, his return, Ahsoka's fate, and if it's really him. I honestly think that the Anakin we saw at the end of episode 4 isn't truly Anakin. Let me explain. In episode 4 of the Ahsoka show, called Fallen Jedi, we last see Ahsoka in the world between worlds, talking with Anakin, and as the scene ends, there's a cut to black and Vader's theme plays. This all happens right before the credits roll, and a lot of people had missed this. With that, how is Anakin able to be here? How was he able to pull Ahsoka through? Well, for one, Ahsoka would not have been able to have been pulled through the world between worlds if she was dead. So she had to have gotten pulled through right before her death, just like Ezra had done for her. Now, as for how she's there, I have a couple things to go along with this. Really quickly, I would just like to say all this ties into the Mortis arc from the Clone Wars, as well as the World Between Worlds episodes in Star Wars Rebels. So with that, Ahsoka could technically be classified as a Mortis god. The daughter of Mortis, right before she died, with the help of Anakin, had used her life force and transferred it right into Ahsoka, bringing her back from the dead. This was right after she had died on Mortis. And how did she die, you might ask? Well, through the son of Mortis. In the first 3 episodes of the Mortis arc, Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Ahsoka are attempting to leave the planet. And interestingly enough, they're also using an Eta-class shuttle here, which we've most recently seen being used by Baylan and Shin. Now, I do not believe this is the same one, but it was also very interesting and I wanted to point this out. Anyway, while this is happening, Anakin is sleeping and appears to be having a dream for everyone around him. But what is actually happening is the sun had just planted a vision inside of Anakin's head, and in that vision, Anakin talks with himself, another Anakin Skywalker. With this, we have seen the sun countless times be a master of illusions, and using illusions to his advantage. The Anakin that Anakin was talking to was actually the sun through an illusion, and the sun was trying to corrupt him. Anakin wakes up from this dream and starts talking to Obi-Wan, but behind him, the sun appears and takes Ahsoka and brings her back to his tower, shapeshifting into a big bat creature. Once they're there, the sun is able to use an illusion once again to let Ahsoka's guard down as a small creature and talks to her, but while doing so, he starts reciting part of the Sith code, letting us know this isn't fully what it seems to be. The small creature then bites Ahsoka's arm and poisons her as he reforms into the son from Mortis. The sun is able to turn Ahsoka to the dark side and control her with this type of poison. With all this happening, Anakin had tried to come find Ahsoka, and when he did, she was waiting for him at this tree. On the side of this, Obi-Wan had also gone on his own journey and had found the dagger of Mortis through the means of the daughter. All 3 of them had fought, and the son and the daughter were also fighting simultaneously. Both of their fights collide, and Obi-Wan tries to throw Anakin the dagger to kill the son, but ultimately Ahsoka grabs it from him and gives it to the son. Once that had happened, the son of Mortis had told Ahsoka that he no longer has a use for her and he kills her. This is how Ahsoka had died for the first time. With that, during the Mortis arc, the son had shown Anakin his future and had turned him to the dark side almost as his apprentice. The only way that Anakin was able to come back to the light was from the father who had wiped his memory to restore the balance. Anakin was not supposed to see his future, and in doing so, the son had broken the laws of the Force. While all this had been happening, during Anakin's turn, Vader's theme was playing for not only the son of Mortis, but Anakin as well, and through this, Vader's theme had been used for the son numerous times throughout these 3 episodes. Also, the father in the last episode of the arc had to kill himself to catch the son off guard so that Anakin could kill him and restore balance. This was the son's presumed death, but I believe it was not his full death. Let me explain. After the daughter of Mortis died, she had turned into an owl by the name of Morai. She has looked after Ahsoka ever since, mostly seen in the background. We had seen Morai not only in Clone Wars, but in Star Wars Rebels, especially in the World Between Worlds, and also in Mandalorian Season 2. The only place we haven't seen her yet is the Ahsoka show. Interestingly enough, in Star Wars Rebels, during the World Between Worlds episode, we can see at the archaeological site on Lothal, the son, the daughter, and the father were the key to opening the World Between Worlds, thus leading me to believe that they were the ones who created it and were able to harness it. Enter it whenever they would like, study from it, study the future, learn about the past, the chosen one, etc. What other reason would they be on the mural if not for creating it? Also, interestingly, Morai is able to be in the World Between Worlds and is the guide for Ezra to find Ahsoka in it. As well, Morai is also seen on the mural, too. I believe that once the sun had died, he had gone to the world between worlds as his final resting place and had watched through history, that being the reign of the Empire, the rise of the rebellion, and might have even watched everything unfold with Ezra, Morai, and Ahsoka, and the world between worlds when he pulled Ahsoka out. I think that the sun had been watching all along, and when Ahsoka's fate was about to come to an end, he had pulled her out once again. And with that, he had tricked her with an illusion of Anakin. We know that the sun is a master manipulator, and also, Ahsoka had stated, while being turned to the dark side and under control of the sun, that she hates being called Snips. She had told Anakin this, and thus, the sun would have retained that knowledge. So with all that being said, I truly believe that the Anakin we're seeing is the son of Mortis, and he is there to manipulate Ahsoka even further and bring her down a darker path. With all that though, we know on Thrawn's ship, the Chimera, he has the world between worlds archaeological site on the ship, so through some sort of journey, I believe that Ahsoka is going to end up in the New Beyond to meet with Ezra and Sabine, and ultimately Thrawn, Morgan Elsbeth, Balin, and Shin. What that journey is going to be, I do not know, but I believe when she comes out of the world between worlds, she's going to come out of the same portal that Ezra had entered back on Lothal. But this time, it's on the Chimera. Well, with all that being said, let me know what you guys think about this theory. I really loved episode 4, and I cannot wait to see more of Anakin in episode 5, which is being directed by Dave Filoni. I have been saying this all along, Dave Filoni is the heir to George's empire and should be in full control of Star Wars. With that, Jar Jar Jargon and I will be coming out with the 4th episode of Cantina Jargon tomorrow evening. I will also be having a couple more videos coming out this week before episode 5 of Ahsoka releases. Without further ado, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and remember to get yourself some Cantina Talk merch. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Lastly, may the Force be with you all.